no visual reaction, John, in court from Dylan Thomas. Throughout this trial, he's been appearing via video link from a secure psychiatric hospital in Liverpool. Today, when the jury foreman was asked to stand, he seemed to pause and prepare himself before he delivered the word guilty to the charge of murder. To that, there was a response in the public gallery from members of William Bush's family. Some gasped, others broke down in tears. They all now have to come to terms with the fact that 11 months ago, William Bush was murdered.
Just full address the emergency.
Hi. I need an ambulance.
It's the morning of Christmas Eve last year. Paramedics and police have been rushed to the historic Llandaff area of Cardiff.
Is the patient awake?
No, I think no. What, my friend?
Okay, is he breathing?
No, he's not. He's dead.
Sporty, outgoing, and had lots of friends. That was how William Bush was described in court. The 23-year-old was about to spend Christmas with his family. Instead, he was brutally killed by one of his best friends. Today, after his murderer was found guilty, William's sister Catherine gave her reaction outside court.
Words cannot describe the impact this has had on our family. However, it is not just us who have lost a son and a brother, but Will's girlfriend, friends, and extended family have also lost someone who they loved very much. We cannot even begin to comprehend the fear and suffering that Will endured on Christmas Eve last year. And we will have to live with the hurt, grief, anger, and upset for the rest of our lives.
Just minutes before the attack, CCTV showed Dylan Thomas arriving at the home in Llandaff he shared with Mr. Bush after being given a lift there by his grandmother. Thomas said he wanted to walk the dog and wouldn't be long. Minutes later, he returned to the car with bloodied hands, screaming that his friend was dead. After he arrived on this quiet street, Dylan went upstairs, armed with at least one knife, to the bedroom where he began to attack his friend. Mr. Bush tried to escape, running down the stairs and out onto the patio at the back of this house, but Dylan Thomas pursued him. The post-mortem examination found 37 separate stab wounds to Mr. Bush's body, to his neck, abdomen and chest.
Me! Come towards me!
The efforts to save William Bush's life were in vain, and he was pronounced dead at the scene.
I'm now further arresting you on suspicion of murder, okay?
Police quickly arrested Thomas, but he denied murder from the outset, telling police that it was Mr. Bush who'd attacked him and that he'd had to disarm him. But the evidence proved otherwise, and a jury has now found him guilty of murder.
Our thoughts today, as they have been throughout the investigation, are with William, his family and girlfriend. And whilst we welcome today's verdict, we recognise that nothing will ever bring William back or take away the heartbreak felt by those who loved him the most.
Dylan Thomas's grandfather, Sir Stanley Thomas, the multi-millionaire founder of Peter's Pies, has heard every detail in this trial. Today, he left court after his grandson had become a convicted murderer.
And Hamish, what happens next?
Well, for now, John, Dylan Thomas remains in the secure psychiatric hospital where he's been for the last 8 months. That's where he'll remain until he's sentenced next month. He was told today to expect life in prison. The judge will have to determine the minimum term that he will spend in custody. The other consideration is where he will spend that time in custody, given he is still receiving treatment for schizophrenia, condition he had since prior to the incident. But nothing that took place today will make life any easier for the family of William Bush. They were thanked today by the judge for maintaining such a dignified presence in court throughout this trial. They must now prepare for another Christmas Day without their beloved Will.
Hamish House, Gerry at Cardiff Crown Court, thank you very much indeed.